This is going to be a short video on how to make nesting dies and frames using your Silhouette Studio. So I'm going to pick a shape here, and I'm just going to pick a circle. So I'm going to hit my Shift key to make it a circle. And I'm going to bring it down here to 2 inches so you can see 2 inches exactly what I'm talking about here. So we're going to start off with a 2-inch circle. I'm going to highlight it, go over here to offset. Now the default is 0.125, but I want it to be 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to hit 0.25 and I'm going to hit apply. So when you're doing that, notice our original circle was 2 inches. And our new circle is 2 1/4. So what you're basically telling the machine is how thick you want it to be. You're not telling it how much bigger you want the square to be. You're saying how much of a difference you want it. So this is giving you 1/4 of an inch difference all the way around. So because you have 1/4 of an inch on this side, 1/4 of an inch on this side, it has to be 1/2 an inch. So let me line these up. Actually, I don't need to line these up yet. So now I can take my 2 1/2 inch circle. I can hit offset again. I can make another one. Change it to 0.25 again. Make another one. Now also you can take the original I can hit offset. I can now go to an internal offset, which will bring it inside the shape instead of outside. So I will go again to 0.25, hit apply, and now it's made a circle 1/4 of an inch smaller all the way around. So this one will be, our blue one was 2 inches, so this one's 1.5 inches. So you can keep doing that and make all the shapes you will. Now some of the shapes do work better than others, just because you'll lose some of the detail in some of the shapes. It's really nice with a heart though, because hearts, sometimes your nesting dies aren't exactly matching up, but in here they do. So let's do an internal offset of 1/4 of an inch. Apply. And see, that is the same all the way around. Now you do start to lose, let's see, you know what, let me redo that. I think that was picked as curves. Yeah, see, you get the curve here because the curve was picked. Let me come over here, erase that. Let me highlight this again, bring it over here. We're going to do an internal offset with the point. And see, now it puts like a little edge there. So you can decide which way you like it. Do you want it rounded or do you want it pointed? So let me make another one. Internal offset. This one I'll make rounded. See, it makes it slightly different. This one gives you a rounded edge, this one gives you a pointed edge. But it still looks like a heart. Let's stick with the round one. So I'm going to take my original. Now I'm going to make a regular offset. Go to 1/4 of an inch. Hit apply. Get this one out of the way. And that one still looks good. So we can take this one. Let's see, that erased that for a second. Let me go back to this. Go to offset, pointed, 0.25, apply, And this gives you a heart with like a little edge here on the bottom. So you can just keep going with that and make all the shapes you want. All right, so now let's make some frames. So I have our circles we started with. I am going to take this and duplicate it. And I'm going to put this over here because we're going to have to keep going back and grabbing this. All right, so now for this group we're going to work with, I'm going to ungroup it. I'm going to grab the two biggest circles. I'm going to come over here to the Modify panel, which is the one with the rectangle and the circle together. I'm going to pick Make, and it makes it into a frame. All right, now I want to show you one more thing. So if you have your nesting dies all lined up like this, the way you want them, you can take them like this. I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to bring them down here. Then I'm going to come back over here to the Modify panel, and I'm going to click Divide. This is handy if you want to make a bunch of circles all at the same time, because it just takes your shape that you have and divides it by all the lines that were there, all the different shapes. It puts them into different pieces. So that instantly makes you a whole set of frames. So if you're going to make a bunch of frames all at once, that is the faster way to do it. So what do we end up with here? We end up with, let me ungroup this, we have a solid and a frame for each size. So there you go. So I hope you give it a try. And if you like this, give me a like, because I'm going to come out with some more videos on how to do things in Silhouette Studio. And subscribe, and you'll get a notification when the other ones come out. And until next time, stay crafty.